Annie Claus Is Coming to Town has a premise that I knew I would thoroughly enjoy, providing it was executed correctly. And I have to say, this film is pretty great. There are a few things that I would have liked to have seen more of, and to be honest, it's not the most Christmassy film in the world, despite it being about Santa Claus's daughter Annie. But I did thoroughly enjoy it. It was actually released in 2011, so it feels slightly more contemporary than that when I was watching it. I thought it was maybe 2016, 2017, so that's a good thing, really. And it's directed by Kevin Connor and written by Nina Weinman. And it stars Maria Thayer as Annie, who is Santa's daughter. And she takes her first trip away from the North Pole to basically be a debutante, to see the world and find out what she wants to do with her own future. So she goes to California and she spends time there just getting to know what it's like to be, I guess, a normal person rather than Santa's daughter. And what makes this work, I think, is that Annie is really likable. She is upbeat, but she's not obnoxiously happy. She is kind and caring. She's a little bit naive, but not massively so. And I think she actually has the right attitude. She doesn't slip up too much. There's always the fear that she will confess to being Santa's daughter and people will think she's lost her head, because nobody would believe that. But she has a pretty decent cover story that she works with quite a lot. And there's a little bit of romance from two different places in her life. We have Sam Page as Ted and Ryan Bittle as Dean. I think Ted is a great character. I love the little toy shop. Not so much of a wonderland, but I really like it. And that brings us some Christmas decor. But there's not really that much else going on. Now, this is actually set, I think, about a month before Christmas. It's not like just before Christmas, so it can get away with not being that Christmassy. But there is a little bit of festive merriment there to make it feel a little Christmassy. And I think that's probably the one aspect of it that I wish we had more of. That and magic. Aside from the fact that we know she's Santa's daughter, there was nothing really about Annie Claus that made her feel like she was from Santa's village. To compare it, and I don't really like comparing films that much, but because I've just watched it, I watched a film recently called Santa Girl, which was about Santa's daughter going to a regular college. And with this, there was a lot more magic. She was eating cupcakes constantly. Everything was sweet and sugary and magical. There's not really any of that here. She just feels like a mortal. And I think it missed a couple of tricks there to make an even more magical, beautiful film. But I did like what it delivered nevertheless. I think it had a great character development. I wasn't 100% sure what the outcome would be for Annie. We get to see a little bit of Santa, but not too much of Santa. It is mainly Annie's story. And as I said, Annie as a character is very likable, wonderfully played by Thayer. I have no real complaints about Annie Claus Is Coming to Town at all. There are things on a wish list. I would have liked a bit more Christmas and a bit more sugar and magic. But honestly, I would recommend it and I'd probably watch it again.